My parents funded my brother's failed business, but left me drowning in student debt. I've always lived in the shadow of my younger brother Marcus, who became the family's golden child from the moment he was born when I was just 2 years old. Growing up, our parents consistently favored him while dismissing my achievements, creating a toxic dynamic that shaped our entire relationship and left me feeling invisible in my own family. When Marcus showed interest in sports, Dad spent hours in the backyard teaching him perfect spirals while I sat on the porch with my books, and Mom would gush over Marcus's finger paintings while my straight A report cards were met with simple, good job responses. The favoritism became even more apparent in high school when I threw myself into academics, joining debate team and math club, while Marcus coasted by on charm and athletic ability as the star quarterback dating cheerleaders and partying every weekend. The most devastating betrayal came when I got accepted to a prestigious university with a partial scholarship, but my parents claimed they couldn't afford to help with tuition due to unexpected expenses, forcing me to take out massive student loans and work multiple jobs, including night shifts at a diner, while barely keeping my eyes open during lectures. During my senior year, I discovered the crushing truth that Marcus had suddenly opened his own auto repair shop using our parents' entire savings, the same money they'd told me didn't exist when I desperately needed help with college expenses. When I confronted them about this deception, they tried to justify giving Marcus the money by claiming he needed it more since he didn't have a college degree, while I would be fine because I was smart and would make good money as a doctor someday, completely dismissing the massive debt and stress I'd endured. That betrayal was the final straw, and I cut off almost all contact with my family, finishing medical school and building a successful life in Seattle with my wife Angela and our daughter Sophie, who I promised would always feel loved and supported regardless of her chosen path. 8 years passed in peaceful distance until I received a tearful call from my mom explaining that Marcus's business had failed. He'd gotten into gambling debt with dangerous people, and they'd had to remortgage their house to bail him out while he moved back in with them, unemployed and broken. Suddenly, they wanted to reconnect with me, calling and texting about visiting and meeting their granddaughter, with Dad even sending emails about how proud he was of my success and wanting to make amends now that their golden child had disappointed them spectacularly. After much consideration, I agreed to meet them at a neutral cafe where I finally laid out every instance of favoritism, every dismissed achievement, and every night I'd cried myself to sleep in college, wondering why I wasn't good enough for their support, telling them exactly how their choices had affected my life while they sat in stunned silence. The conversation was painful but necessary, and while we agreed to take things slowly with occasional phone calls, I made clear that any relationship would be on my terms and require genuine effort and respect for boundaries on their part. The real drama came when Marcus sent me a rambling email that started as an apology, but quickly revealed itself as another attempt to use me as a financial resource, asking me to invest in his latest poorly conceived business venture, which confirmed that nothing had really changed in their fundamental view of me as a solution to their problems. Today, I maintain limited contact with my parents while completely avoiding Marcus, focusing instead on my own family where love isn't conditional on success or failure, and Angela and Sophie get the unconditional support I never received growing up. My father has begun making genuine efforts at reconciliation through heartfelt letters acknowledging his mistakes and showing real interest in my life, while my mother respects boundaries more than before, giving me cautious hope that some healing might be possible even after years of damage. The experience taught me that while I can't change the past or control my family's actions, I can control how I respond to them, and my priority will always be protecting the loving family I've built, rather than sacrificing my peace for people who only valued me when their preferred child failed them.